going on, Jerome's? So when we're talking about what makes a quarterback elite is when you need a drive, when you need a play, when you need a game, do you trust your quarterback to win it for you? Right? There's a lot of quarterbacks that put up just like empty calorie fruitcake numbers. Like, I think we know who we're talking about, right? We're about to play him on Sunday, right? Where Jared Goff threw 5 interceptions and the Lions won. He threw 5 touchdowns and they lost. He's the most irrelevant quarterback in the National Football League. All that aside, do you trust them in a high leverage spot? And Kevin O'Connell slinging Sam Darnold, it's proven that he's trusted 1-4 all season long. When the chips are down, when they need to drive, Kevin O'Connell trusts slinging Sammy Darnold, a.k.a. America's quarterback, to get it done. And that was exemplified in the Packers game. So last drive for the Vikings. They get the ball back with 2:18 left. The Packers have all the momentum in the world. They just put up 15 points in the final stanza. Oh, by the way, so now people are sort of reverse engineering Matt LaFleur, his decision to go for 2 after that first touchdown, which is saying like, oh, being down 9 is genius. No, they're shooting a dart and then painting a bullseye around it. It's ridiculous. Like, oh, it's a lot of pressure because then field goal wins. No, it's absolute lunacy. Obviously what happened is that LaFleur thought that they were down by 16 or 18. Then going for 2 makes sense. But 17 makes 0 sense because guess what? If you miss, then you still need 2 more touchdowns. But ridiculous. Just the sycophancy that people show to LaFleur and the greasy grime of Green Bay Packers, it's ridiculous. Also, I love the Packer fans are going through Zapruder film style of the field goal, the offsides, the very clear offsides, by the way, before the half. They're just like, if they don't get that field goal, the Packers win. You're telling me the second half would have played out exactly the same if 3 points were taken away? Shut up. Just absolute coping idiocy. It's ridiculous, man. But long story longer. So setting the table, the Vikings get the ball back with 2:18 to go. Basically, 2 first downs win you the ball game. And according to Hoyle, the general rule of thumb here is, all right, so run it 3 times, hopefully you get a first down, and then go from there. But Kevin O'Connell's just like, no. Right, even though the greasy grimy Green Bay Packers had all the momentum, they had all 3 timeouts. They're just like, no, we're throwing it. So he had Sam Darnold throw it 3 out of 4 plays, which shows a lot of trust and a lot of huevos here. So first off, coming out throwing right away on 1st and 10, that short pass is C.J. Ham, who got that first down, which was huge. And then the clock ticked down to the 2-minute warning because guess what? If they miss that, then all of a sudden it's like 2:15 left, and the Packers still have 4 clock stoppages with 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning. So that was a lot of trust and a huge throw there by Darnold and a great catch and play by C.J. Ham. And then they ran the ball right away after the 2-minute warning. Cam Akers loses the yard to the left. Rashawn Gary made the only play of the game. You're getting paid $24 million a year, and you have 0 goose egg DeAndre Russell impact on the game. Fantastic. Now it's a high leverage spot for the Vikings. A minute 57 left, 2 timeouts, 2nd and 11. You're already behind the sticks. So what do you do? Right, Aaron Jones had that quad injury, so he ain't coming back in. Cam Akers, you do trust a lot, but what do you do in this spot? Kevin O'Connell trusted his guy. 2nd and 11, slinging Sammy Darnold up that right side to Justin freaking Jefferson. I'm still getting our JJs mixed up. For 9 yards, an absolute huevos pitch and catch. Jefferson stays in bounds. Packers have to burn their second timeout. All of a sudden, it's 3rd and 2 with a minute 49 to go. Now, convention says, hey, let's run it, and either you make the Packers burn their last timeout, and then you send it back to them. But Kevin O'Connell, as I get choked up, he's just like, no. Mutombo, no. I trust this gentleman. I trust 1-4, and guess what we're going to do? We are going to play action boot it. We're going to leak Cam Akers out of the backfield. Cam Akers going to make a shoestring grab, fall down past the line to gain. Woo! Running out that clock. Game over. Right. So that, again, this shows an insane amount of trust, and Darnold is reciprocating. Like he is proving that Kevin O'Connell was right. And this is what it takes to win games late in the season and in the playoffs and in the Super Bowl. Because if you don't have a quarterback that you can trust to get it done on a drive, to get it done in a quarter, to get it done in a game, what's the point? What is the point? And the Vikings have one of those pipe hitters in Slinging Sammy Darnold. Plus, I love this quote. Slinging Sammy Darnold. Yeah, showers. That's right. Plus, I love this quote from Cam Akers after that big-time play where Kevin O'Connell shouting him out in the post-game presser. Seifert, ESPN, who's not Carl Gershman. Cam Akers on this quote from Kevin O'Connell, quote, "It's a blessing, especially coming from KO, a person who has seen firsthand my journey. It's a blessing to be able to have a coach like him, a personable coach like him. I'm going to try and run through a wall for him every chance I get." And every single player on this rooster, to a man, I'm sure feels that same way about Kevin O'Connell. Like, his leadership is amazing. His confidence in them is inspiring, and it pushes them to greater heights. And that's exactly what's happening as Slinging Sammy gets a shower. And dearest Prudence, we're going to Northern Windsor to defeat the domesticated cats led by the reckless leader, Dan Armstrong Custer. Woo! That's right, man. And Slinging Sam Darnold is set up to get $100 million. Guaranteed. But we'll see. Again, we'll see what happens with Jay McCarthy. But it's what we've said for the last couple weeks. Like, you know how many teams would sell a kidney? Do you know how many teams would commit at least second-degree murder to get a quarterback like Sam Darnold right now? Now, is Darnold a product of his environment, or is this Sam Darnold? Could he replicate this somewhere else? That remains to be seen. But what matters is Darnold is right here, right now. Be where your feet are. And Kevin O'Connell trusts Darnold to get things done in a tight spot, and Darnold has generally delivered. And that's what it takes, because I feel like, the playoffs, the Vikings don't have a ton of playoff/Super Bowl experience outside of Flores. Well, and also Kevin O'Connell. But guess what? Hey, one game at a time, and it really doesn't matter. And high leverage spot, this team is not going to pucker up. They ain't going to be a sphincter. They're going to go out there slinging, getting it done. And you got Justin friggin' Jefferson, winner. Addison, winner. Cam Akers is a winner. Hawkinson, winner. Everyone is a winner on the squad, and they trust Sam Darnold to get it done. So guess what? Vikings late in the game, they need a drive. They need a couple first downs to kill the clock. I think we're good to go. You have this odd confidence that you didn't have with the previous quarterback. We'll just say that. But your thoughts are thoughts. Minnesota Fighting Vikings. Head coach Kevin McConnell. They trust Slinging Sam Darnold, a.k.a. America's quarterback. Let us know your thoughts, our thoughts, comment section. You guys know what to do. Skull production value.